But another very important development that we heard about, MTNL, I believe, is defaulted on 5,726 crore rupee loans, now totaling their debt to 32,097 crores. On NDTV Profit, we do a deep dive today on MTNL's big default. And Hiral is standing by with more on that. Hiral, you want to take this away? Loss-making state-owned telecom firm has now defaulted on a pretty significant loan from what we understand.
Absolutely. If you see in terms of MTNL, the key question over here is that is the company on the verge of disconnecting from here on? Clearly, the troubles are mounting for the stock. Let's quickly look at what is the status so far. Now, the debt has been ballooning, because of which your finance cost has been increasing as well. Their wage cost has been going up in spite of no revenues coming in, and the losses have increased. Moving on, if you see in terms of other aspects as well, a negligible market share in wireline and nearly zero in terms of wireless, and this is happening since years. Overall, if you see, the government has actually no workable plan also right now in place with regards to where the revival is concerned. Multiple aspects have been considered so far, but no action taken so far. Overall, the debt trap. 32,000 odd crores is the overall debt, out of which around 8,000 odd crores is loans to the banks. Let's quickly look at the lenders. SBI, PNB, Union Bank, Bank of India, Punjab and Sindh Bank and UCO Bank. These are the ones who have lent to MTNL as well. Moving from here on, if you see in terms of the kind of defaults, almost a 1,600 odd crore is the recent one that we have been speaking about. So clearly the issues continue. It's the center who's been coming to the rescue of an MTNL so far. Let's quickly just go through the kind of declines that we've seen in terms of revenues. From FY20, 1,623 to almost a 799. So it's almost halved in the last 5 years for an MTNL. Similarly, if you see in terms of the losses, the way they've been ballooning as well, we've gone from almost 3,800 odd crores to almost 3,286. That's the number that we've been looking at in terms of where the losses are concerned as well. In terms of where the market share goes, from 6.31 in wireline to 5.74. You know, the key aspect that everyone talks about over here is that it's mainly the government offices themselves who are only using an MTNL right now. So what should they actually do? Continue to pay these kind of, debts for the company. Lastly, what are the things that could have actually helped MTNL revive? The initial conversation of merging MTNL and BSNL that was considered, nothing materialized. Then allowing a MTNL to expand beyond Delhi and Mumbai. That was another conversation as well. If that could have happened, probably we could have seen some positives, but nothing. In fact, yesterday we had Scindia as well, who came out and said that they're working on an ongoing plan with regards to monetizing assets. Your MTNL and BSNL who've been working together on this plan. And lastly, if you see, they have sovereign guarantees with its debt and they will need to negotiate for banks for loan settlements. But to be noted, the government has always clearly come out and said that they will really not let the PSU banks take a haircut in terms of loans because it takes a wrong precedence over here and sets a wrong precedent. So that's one of the reasons why this could probably not happen as well. Stock price performance halved from July 24. It's been very volatile. It's down in the 12.7% in the last 1 month, though 6 months up 39%, 68% up move in the last 1 year, and 4.6 times in the last 5 years. No business, still the stock has been pretty volatile. In fact, the key question over here is, are retail participants trapped in the stock? Marginal up move that has come in from 25.35% to 27.24% in terms of MTNL. But the key from here on is, should investors actually exit the stock? What is it that they are waiting for with no business? Should the government look at shutting down the business and the company, which is MTNL? And very lastly, if all of this also does not happen, should the stock be considered to be put under T2T, taking the volatility into consideration? Over to you.
Indeed. Well, that looks like the MTNL story. I don't remember the last time I used a landline, but like Hiral said, we are adding on to those losses when only it's government employees using that, but coming in at a very, very big price tag for MTNL.